Welcome back to another day in the market. We've got some very, very interesting action over here this morning after the inflation data was released. If you guys watched the YouTube video yesterday, again, you are seeing those rotations continuing to happen here. So, these defense stocks are looking absolutely awesome. Congratulations to everybody in LTMP that has been paying attention to the watch list here. GE is looking great in the pre-market here. We'll see if we can get some continuation on that one. Gold is starting to move back to the upside here, which again is a move that we've been expecting over the last couple of days. But that inflation reading that we saw today is kind of everything that we've been talking about here. It's like, yeah, we do have inflation moving in the right direction, but there are risks out there in the market right now to a lot of the CPI, PPI, and PCE starting to move to the upside. So we're going to take a look at that data here too. There's not really any post earnings this morning that I'm really interested in. You do have open moving up, but it's a $5 stock, $6 stock, so that's going to be really annoying to trade any options on. So we're probably going to leave that one alone. And then kind of see what we get going into this next week. What else have we had this week that's fired off, guys? We had Gurn running up there, hitting that first target right around 190. Really solid move there. We've had Nat over here. The tanker, the shippers have been awesome. This Nat trade just again moving almost parabolically to the upside here. TRMD looking really, really, really solid here as well. So even in these choppy, crazy market environments, guys, I'm still giving you guys the absolute best moves the market has to offer. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Public Live Day. It is Friday. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you absolutely nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn some things, make some money in the market. Again, we have a 200 like goal on the stream. Let's see if we can hit it today. No slackers on the like button. JACC post earnings. Maybe, but like, yeah, that looks good. Again, these chains though are going to be horrific. We even on the other like John Deere yesterday, like we've seen really good moves, but like you can't even get fills on them. So some of these are just not going to be ones that I'm really going to pay attention to, just because it's like not even worth trying to get fills because you're not going to get them. So, but let's take a little bit of a look at PCE over here, kind of give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of what we're seeing. Hotter inflation, slowing growth, not a great mix of data today. No, it's not. Let me see. Jamie Dimon selling JP Morgan stock. That's not good. Let's see. Gold up. That makes sense. US Q4 GDP 1.4% versus 2.8 expected. Again, government was shut down for a significant period of time, but a very, very weak quarter there. Then you have PCE over here. So the Fed's preferred metric of inflation, which is, again, PCE, rises 2.9% above expectations of 2.8%. Core PCE rises 3% above expectations of 2.9%. Core PCE is now at the highest level since November of 2023. PCE is back on the rise. So that is going to lower the argument for more rate cuts coming in the near future here. So that is the reason, again, why we are seeing the market selling off, and we saw this big candle this morning. We also obviously still have this Middle East escalation looming, which is why you've seen defense companies starting to catch that bid there. Oil has been moving to the upside. We can take a look at oil today, see what this is doing. Nothing too crazy. Again, like we've talked about, oil is going to be incredibly volatile. It's not going to be one of those things that just goes vertical. But over the next couple of weeks and months here, you easily could see oil set this nice trend and start moving nicely to the upside there. So let's get GE back on here because this has been looking just great in the pre-market. Where's SoFi downside? Yeah, that SoFi downside move could get really fun too that we were talking about yesterday on the stream. Is buying oil a bad idea for the Iran conflict thing? No. That's what we've been talking about all week. It's what we talked about in the YouTube video yesterday. I don't think so. All right. So it's not just the Iran conflict stuff, because that easily could be something that just gets resolved. You might see oil pull back a little bit off of that. But again, oil just looks very, very, very bullish here. AXTI post earnings. Is it qualifying? Yeah, it is, but barely. So we can watch that one and see. What's Texas Road? Yeah, Texas Roadhouse doesn't look like it's going to do it. It's not too late for the oil trade. It's really just an energy trade. But it's like, it's not like you are seeing the money pile into oil and energy now because of this potential Iran escalation. But that's not the only reason here. Like you've seen, think about what we talked about in the YouTube video yesterday. If you guys haven't seen it yet, make sure you guys are watching those. Like it's just this big rotation of capital into all of the different safe havens that's happening. So you saw gold and silver, you saw utilities, you saw REITs, and then where's the next spot it's going to go? Well, it's probably going to go to another commodity. Oil. It's not going to just be like, ooh, let's buy AI stocks. I don't think that, like we've been talking about, there really isn't an argument for the market right now to just start going out and slinging big tech. Right now is not the time for that. If you were to pick one in terms of like tech, it would be software. It wouldn't be like Mag 7. Energy in the long term? I don't think that's a bad idea. Something like uranium could be interesting too. Like where's Quad U? Quad U looks interesting here, actually. I mean, the weekly chart on this thing probably looks pretty good. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That was a fun one. Nice move on Quad U there. Oh, we should also talk about SATL as well, another defense name. That is, again, I was talking about this one with you guys for the potential basin break here. You're above the level that I was looking at, so we're going to be looking at, what do you call it? Potential 5-minute opening range break, but what we could end up seeing here off of this little basin break move that you're seeing is like a setup that forms. So obviously this would be a shares trade, and we've already nailed this thing. Like you guys saw the 1 to 126 risk to reward trade I gave you guys on SATL. Again, if you risked 1% of your account on then just that one trade, your account would be up over 120%. Your account. That's how crazy the things that we're doing within LTMP are. That's why everybody loves it. The winners are so massive and the losers are so small. So let's see. You guys slacking on the like button today? Let's see. You guys are doing all right. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes before market open. I think we can do it. We're at like 27, 28 right now. But yeah, today's looking like it's going to be a pretty fun day. Let's see what happens with gold here. Gold does look like it wants to rip. Oxy, we'll see what happens to that post-earning move. It either hits or it doesn't. That potential downside on Sofi looks interesting here too. And then let's take a little bit of a look at the crypto market. I almost already know what it's going to be looking like. It's not going to be looking good, just like we've been expecting. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, another tap of the daily 10 EMA here, starting to move off of it. You start breaking down below this like 65,600 area. I think you're easily going to go see that 60,000, and then that big level that we could look for is right down at like 49,000, 50,000 on Bitcoin. Ethereum, same exact thing. When we come over here and take a look at this, again, just breaking down below the 10 EMA in a significant way. You're just testing it on the other direction. If you were to invert this chart here, that's very, 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 very bullish here. So I would not be looking at anything long on Ethereum or crypto right now. BLSH, let's take a look. That looks good. That looks really good. Jesse, I like that a lot. That looks really good. So we got about 6 minutes into open here. We'll see what we get. We will see what we get. It's already looking like it's going to be a fun day, though. Looks bear flaggish? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So then, obviously, Bmnr is not going to be looking good either. Again, that is just like the Bmnr thing, guys, is really, like I've said every single time we've talked about that thing, it's just a proxy to take advantage of the movements in the crypto market, mainly Ethereum. That's what it is. It'll be really good for when Ethereum starts to shift back and forms a nice kind of medium-term bullish trend to take advantage of that move. For me, it's just not something that, like, if you're bullish on Ethereum, why not just buy Ethereum? I don't get it, you know? Gold looking nice this morning, though. Let's see here. Oh, also, guys, I believe that Apex 90% off sale is still going on. So for those of you guys that need to get some more Apex accounts, get some more funding, again, you can get up to $6 million in funding to day trade with them. Get up to 20 accounts. The link should be in the description somewhere, but other than that, just use code VIX and you guys will get the discount. Again, VIX. I hate when this happens. It's so annoying. Hold on. You get so many of these to click through here. All right. SoFi down. I think this thing's moving down. I mean, especially if the market nukes itself today, SoFi's gonna get killed. BBAI. That's not really. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see what you're looking at here with the potential base, but like you do have earnings a little bit too close for that to be anything that I'm interested in. After earnings, though, you might be able to shift out of it and then get some setups, but right now we wouldn't be looking at that. That would not be something that you want to look at. Let's see. Is there anything else coming through the feed that's worth looking at? Hassa says today's GDP report is somewhat disappointing. Trump economy is running pretty close at 3%. I mean, hotter inflation and slower growth is not good, obviously, because, like, what's the Fed going to do? I mean, we already know, like, the Fed has already said to us that they're okay with letting inflation run a little bit above target as long as growth is not sacrificed. So you can, like, you will probably still continue to see rate cuts, but the Fed's not in a great spot for this. Seeing PCE move back up and sticky around 3 is not good. Again, that's why we're seeing the reaction that we are out of the market today. So we probably should make some new zones here. We don't really need this one anymore. This one's been ran through a bunch of times. This is still an interesting area that we could come down and test right around 6,800. Where's XAR? Is it still moving? Yeah, at my XAR still looking good. LMT still looking good. Raytheon looking interesting. GE Vernova not really moving too much. SLV if it gets above 76, and there's no setup on silver right now. Gold's kind of the only one that's got a little something here. Silver, not so much. Zim. I mean, you wouldn't be looking at this here. This is like the typical retail trader stuff where they're like, ooh, it gaps up significantly. Should I buy it? And the answer almost every single time is no. Again, if you wanted to take advantage of the shippers, you've already had them within LTMP with Nat over here, just absolutely ripping to the upside, and TRMD just absolutely cruising here as well. Zim is getting it, but that is not one that we would look for here. This needs at least like 2 weeks for like everything to settle down, the moving averages to catch up to this thing, for anybody to be like reasonably interested in this thing. This is now kind of a sitting duck at the highs, and these are things that you typically want to stay away from, these big gap ups here. Let's see. All right. 30 seconds to go until market open. 48.63. Yeah, that was from like a week or so ago. We were talking about gold yesterday. Where did I tell you guys? I mean, what was it? Wednesday's high was a good one. Oh, it's not the weekly. It's the 4 hour we're looking at. Or like this area right here could be interesting on gold. Just breaking this area. But really, like, yesterday's high was an interesting area. It's not textbook, obviously. All right, ding, ding, ding. Market's open. Let's see what we get. Deck. Ooh, that looks good. That looks really good there. Yeah, there's SATL. Sofi down, that's good. Yeah, that deck is moving there. That looks good. G looks good. Gold looking nice. All right, let's watch that. Texas Roadhouse didn't do it, so we're not looking at that. Yeah, honestly, SATL looks pretty interesting here. Let's see if it gets that 5-minute opening range break. That could be very, very, very nice. I mean, what's the range on this right now? I mean, that looks good. Yeah. There goes deck. Yeah, I mean, you could maybe wait for the 5-minute opening range on that thing, but I'd probably leave that alone. GLD pushing. OPEX today? Yeah, I'm not really looking to do a whole lot today. I mean, SATL looks great here. Tweeted that one out. Defense names still look good. GE again here. AXTI for post earnings does look good. Oxy kind of flat. If you can get above this high here, 52.20, and start running, that could get interesting. What's oil doing? It's climbing back up a little. Climbing back up a little. GE looks pretty filthy. Benjamin, what's up, man? What's the market doing? Nothing. Here comes Oxy a little. Gold ripping. That's nice. That looks like it wants to go a little. ASML setting? Oh, let's take a look. I think you're right. Yeah, it is. I've seen this one. Yeah, Oxy is definitely starting to move a little. I like the SATL here. It's just, again, 5-minute opening range. How's Micron? That's good. You just gotta fly line it at the highs here. Like you could easily make the argument over 427.72. I don't hate that at all. There you go, Miguel. 100% on gold. Nice, buddy. Etsy. It's not bad. What else? Where's AXTI? That could be a fun post earnings here. Gold pushing. That's nice. Nice moves. Ooh, we are 11 likes away from 50. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And again, for those of you guguys that still need to jump into LTMP with us, again, everybody gets their first month for $1 a day. I genuinely still don't know why every single person in the market is not operating the way we do, especially after seeing just all of the ridiculous, not yet, all of the ridiculous gains all the time. So there's that link for you guys there. Use code February. That gets you guys your first month for literally only $1 a day. Let's see. SATL still hunting there. GE looks good. Gold looks good. Where's that AXTI? Is it moving above? Yeah. All right. So now, yeah, now you've got it there on AXTI. So let's see what the chain looks like there. Is it horrific? Oh, well, it's only monthlies. That's pretty garbage. It's pretty garbage. That's not great. I mean, again, it's post earnings. You can size them for 0, but that's kind of a garbage chain there. SoFi moving down. I think SoFi gets killed here. Gold looks great. GE's looking really good. Market's starting to move back up here off of that, which is interesting. Where's oil? Nothing yet today. Micron's actually getting really close there. SBSW? Nope. Nope. There goes SoFi lower. That's good. There we go. Yeah, Micron looks like it wants to do it. We'll see. Oh, there's SATL above that 5-minute opening range there, too. That looks really good, actually. Like, really good. These defense names are nutty. GE looks really good. Yeah, guys, if we hit a round 2 on SATL here, we own this name. Like, this thing is ridiculous. Like, nobody else ever that you guys have ever seen in the history of the market here has ever given any of you guys a 1 to 126 risk to reward trade. They haven't done it. That's what we do in LTMP. It's why everybody loves it so much. Like, nobody did that. Nobody's done this for anybody. It's why I say we're doing things that the trading space has never seen before. Who else has given you guys 1 to 120 something risk to rewards? Nobody. If we hit this thing again, I mean, even here, like, if you were to get this, like the 5-minute opening range break, you've got stop down below day low, you've got target all the way up here, like, that's another 1 to 12. That would be crazy. GE looking really good there. Gold looking good. SoFi getting nuked. Micron looks good. GE pushing nicely there. Nice. Trump says he's considering limited strike on Iran. Here come the defense names, ladies and gentlemen. Gurn. I mean, it's just kind of flying around. I mean, it's just like stop at break even time, you know? You hit your first target, you're at like a 1 to 6. Go stop at break even and see what happens. Or if it gets a daily candle close down below the 10. That SATL's moving now. Yeah. Here comes defense. 102% on my GEs. Thank you. Gold looking great there too. Did open even do anything? AXTI is going, but again, unless you nailed that those marches, it's like you know, the marches were the only thing that you could really go for there. Open again, it's moving, but that's gonna be miserable on the option chain there. And no, you're still fine if you want it. I like Micron here. Micron looks interesting. SIDU. Let's take a look. You kind of got a little basin break here if you can clear the 10. That could be an interesting share straight off of this. Hi guys, look, SATL ripping. Oh my god, I'm so surprised. Like, I tweeted this out for you guys yesterday. Boom. House swings, nice. Oh, GE back down, that's interesting. Oh, here comes Micron. Bing. There she is. Here comes Micron, raging. Hello. Come on. Oxy moving up a little bit here. SATL looking phenomenal, up 15% on the day. Guys, I tweeted that for you guys yesterday. It was on the watch list too. Now you just got your 5-minute opening range break. You're already at what, a 1-to-1 risk to reward? Oh, come on. Hold on. You're already at 1-to-1, aren't you? Yep. Or no, close. Oh boy, I gotta click through all this again. Oil flat, that's interesting. Gold looking good. GE looking good. Oxy trying to make a move. SATL looking phenomenal. Sofi nuking, there we go. This is nothing. This could be fun. Micron ripping. Hello. Hello there. D-Pro? D-Pro we've had some fun with in the past. Oh, yeah, that looks good too. D-Pro does look fun. AXTI ripping. Yeah, if you got that on the post earnings too, that thing probably is looking phenomenal as well. Gold new highs. GE looking really good here. Again, guys, you guys have that link to hop in there with us. Again, just use code February. I don't know what you're doing. $1 a day. Open actually has an okay chain, not breaking the orb though. Yeah, again, they're post earnings. If you want to size them for 0, that's your prerogative. You can definitely do that. AXTI is a tough one because they only had monthlies. If you decided to sling the dailies, you're a crazy person, but I mean, it could easily work. Gold ripping there. Sofi just draining. Uh-oh. That's good. That's a nice little downside one that we were talking about yesterday on the stream. Oh, gold just went a little vertical there. AMAT? Why do we have an AMAT alert? Oh, AMAT breaking out too. That's a nice little post-earnings consolidation setup there. Breaking out there. That's a good one too. Defense kind of settling in here a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, the March like 510s or something aren't bad. You still have the link to the Apex accounts? Yeah, I can throw that in the live chat for you guys too. You don't, I mean, you can use the link. I'll throw it in the live chat here, but all you really need to do too is use code VIX and you guys get your 90% off. So there's the Apex link there. These are kind of stuttering a little bit here, the defense names. Well, I mean the big ones. They still look really good though. So we'll kind of let those go and see what happens. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. And AX, wow, that's a big mover on AXCI. Jeez. That's a nice post-earnings move there. Gee, look at where the 5-minute opening range break is, guys. Oh, look, it strikes again right here. 27. It's at 29.50, 29.60. There you go. Market fading. Micron slipping a little there. There goes Sofi lower. Nice. Fake moving. Yeah, that's up 6 right now. Where did that finish this? Oh, yeah, that was another post-earnings mover there. That, again, it was kind of a weird one because it didn't... I don't think this one was actually valid for the end of the... Yeah, no. Technically, no. That one, you shouldn't be in that one. GE stuttering a little, but that still looks really good. DG weekly. The daily looks great here, too. Or does that say TL? That's just hanging on there. Fun day today so far. 100%, that's just another day in the office. Yeah, we'd barely even wake up for 100% gains. Like, that's just the start. Micron kind of moving down with the market there, but that still looks like a very, very, very fun chart for the next few weeks. Obviously, it's going to be tough for that one to get going if the market's just going to nuke itself. Gold still looks great there. All right, let's see. What's the market doing? Uh-oh. Sofi getting killed? Yup, good. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. It'd be nice to see that nuke. I'd like to see the defense names start moving back up there too. Gold looking pretty good here. If gold can then keep pushing through this like 468, this thing could easily get another really big rip. Oxy moving a little here. Hello. Bull's not going to find a bottom until crypto and the overall market is ready to go back up again. Here comes GE a little. Gold. Here comes gold. Here she comes. Honestly, though, guys, everybody in LTMP, amazing. Even with these crazy market conditions, guys, you guys have done unbelievable. Now, obviously, it helps when you have the best setups in the market, and you have me sitting here screaming, don't just touch every random stuff. But you guys have done very well. This has been one of the craziest post-earnings seasons that we've seen. Like, there were, what, 4,000 or 5,000 percenters? We saw, what, Verizon, AT&T, NAT move, TRMD move. You saw the SATL trade. I mean, this thing just was ridiculous going into the end of January here. Use it for stocks too? Yeah, it's a measure of risk. That's what it is. So like when crypto moves, it's going to be like a risk-on sentiment, and that's when activity on the brokers is going to go up, which is going to make people want to buy the brokers. That's why HOOD's down. Gold looking good. Here comes GE moving back up. Where is HIMS? Is this thing still in the garbage? Yeah, this looks terrible. This thing, HIMS just like, oh my god. If you were to think of a scenario of how they could completely just like mess up everything, that's what they did when they just spit in Nova and Lily's face. Like, that was so dumb. Oh no, we're gonna sell compounded GLP-1 pills because we think we're special. No, you're not. Sorry, you're not. Like, that was so stupid. SMPO. Yeah, that looks good. I'd love to see GE clear through these highs today. Let's see. Junhee, welcome to LTMP. I'm sending you to the start here area. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure that, again, you get started on those course curriculum videos. Everybody, give them a nice, warm welcome. We're going to get you going in the right direction. Yeah, these defense names look pretty nutty. Yeah, really nice day today. Really nice day today. Nice way to wrap up the week. Gold back down a little. Yeah, it'd be really nice to see this to get to like 350. That'd be great. What else? Where are utilities? They came back up a little. Yeah, the REIT still looks strong too. Yeah, again, guys, I see no reason why this market, especially after the data today, PC, like low growth and high PCE, it's like, do we really think the market is going to enjoy that? No. No, 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 no. You had 300% on AXCI and didn't sell. Adrian, why? Why, Adrian? Why would you do that? Adrian, you know the rules. What are you doing there? Yeah, Sofi might get. I mean, you kind of got this down in here, 1845. Then it could bounce a little, I think. Are we seeing anything else come through the feed on like this Iran stuff? No. The only thing I see, Trump administration issues proposed rule that could pause work permits for asylum applicants for many years. U.S. President Trump to travel to China from March 31st to April 2nd. That's lining up. Okay, so I'm probably going to make a video about this, but the timeline where we could see the market get back to like easy mode normal, where like it's 1000% central. Yeah, Micron is a weird one. I mean, if it's not going to go, I would ease it. Like, that's one in the sector that it's like, all right, the market needs to head higher for that one. So if you want to cut that one, like, by all means, go for it. Honestly, though, depending on the strike that you're at, they're playing funny games on it. You might actually still be green for some reason. They're very strange. When I see that stuff sometimes, when like the stock starts moving, but the options, the spreads widen a little bit, and the bid in like they start going up when the stock's going down, I usually just take the gift. It's like, okay, thanks, you're giving me free money. But so the thing with the timeline here that makes sense for like when the market shakes all of this off, like it's really been almost like since October, November, December, January, February, 5 months of just nonsense in the market. It's close to being done, but I think the last point where it's going to be like, all right, we're definitely going to be like looking at all of this nonsense being done for a little bit is after the middle of April. Middle of April is when we can start to see things get back to a little bit of normalcy, I think, because You have a lot of different things happening. You have this potential Iran stuff. You have around that time too is when Trump is going to be and China are going to meet, which there's been rumors that they're going to suspend a lot of these tariffs for a year, which would be very good for them. The market would really like that. Now today you also have, which I think would be like right now, the potential for the Supreme Court to rule on the Trump tariffs, which they've had these dates before in the past and they just haven't done anything with it. But and then you've just got the way the overall market looks here, and we easily, okay, somehow we're now ripping. But like it still makes sense for this market to build, like even right here, it's like you're just chopping around here. You easily could see this. Oh, hold on. That's news. That's fully news here. That market doesn't move like that just because. Even in this environment, that is a news candle. That is a full news candle. SATL ripping. GE moving up. Gold not really moving off of this too. GE ripping there. That's nice. I like that. Micron coming back up. You're right in the zone though, so be very careful. This is not just like, oh, go sling longs now. But that was news getting dropped, and I don't know what it is yet. Let me look. Ooh, hold on, there's something. Michigan consumer sentiment flips in February. Sentiment was 56.6 versus 57.3 expected. So lower than expected there. 1 year inflation outlook was 3.4 versus the 3.5% preliminary, 4% in January. So the inflation expectations are going down. The 5-year outlook is 3.3% stable versus preliminary in January. GE new highs, that's nice. Consumer sentiment going down. What do we have here? Something's going on. BLSH. Oh, here we go. No, we got the ruling. Supreme Court issues ruling in challenge to legality of Trump's global tariffs. Hold on. Trump's global tariffs struck down by U.S. Supreme Court. That was the news that the market was kind of waiting for there. Oxy above 52. That's good. So initially, obviously, the market is going to like that, but then what you then see is, all right, what happens next? Because you're going to see a response from the Trump administration. Yeah, SATL ripping there. That's nice. Nice, guys. Yeah, and there goes gold moving down. Now I got to click through all this nonsense again. Yeah. GE looks pretty good here. Oxy moving. Sofi back up. Yeah, market moving back down, though. You're going to see a lot of volatility here. Yeah, we just said it. Supreme Court ruling. Trump tariff struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. So, initial news, like, big pop reaction there, but it's not sticking. Now that we've got that, I'm just moving stuff around a little bit, trimming stuff, coming, but like just kind of, because now that we have all this new information, it's like, okay, now headlines are going to be crazy. Like, you're going to get a lot of Trump headlines right now. Like, Trump is going to start tweeting like crazy, and they have a response for this. So what is the response? Well, we're about to see. So keep an eye on the feed. Supreme Court rules 6-3 against the Trump tariffs. There's more. I'm getting up more in here. Hold on. Here we go. This is defense stuff here too. Exclusive U.S. military planning on Iran, highly advanced with options ranging from targeting individuals to pursuing regime change. So they are very serious about this. Is oil moving off of any of this right now? Let's see. Oil up. So Oxy getting a little bit of a bid there. That's good. GE kind of holding on. Did get a nice little move up through those highs. But now we got another round of defense news, so we got to see how that affects things. Gold down off of that makes sense. Market just flying all over the place. He said they already had a backup plan. No, they do. Obviously they have a backup plan, but it's like, okay, now you're gonna see like a lot of headlines. So think about it like this. Now that the Supreme Court has said no, what's the backup plan? And you kind of have like another situation where you're gonna see like potentially Liberation Day type stuff, where they start throwing out tariff rates. They're like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And it's like, ooh, okay. And things get a little weird. So, interesting pop there. But again, like I said, you just ran right into the zone. Like, you're not going to get through that. Like, why would we get through that zone there off of that news when we know that there's going to be a lot of other news coming out? SATL still holding very, very, very nicely at the highs here, though. That looks awesome. Great move there. Congrats, guys. So, again, I'll throw that link for you guys to hop into LTMP again here. It's pinned to the top of the live chat for those of you guys that miss it or don't know how YouTube works. Again, use code February. Use code February. Get your first month for only $1 a day. Yeah, I'm not looking at gold anymore. I cut that right as that news was coming out. Right as it went to like, what was it, 62 from that high? So now you can kind of look for another gold setup here, but after that news and you saw the reaction out of gold, I was like, no. So that was just like, I mean, in our world, that was basically break even, but like it was in the green. So taking that one off. I don't want that right now. Not after all of this craziness. The only situation that isn't really changing right now is the Middle East stuff. That is still the same exact thing. Have those that move immediately? Smart, Jesse. So maybe gold comes back up, maybe it doesn't, but I'm not going to sit there with all that volatility here for no reason. Because again, if you look at it, it's like you have the inflation stuff, so gold should have been up a little bit more. But also, it's like, are you going to, like, what do we see now? Like, this thing could rip right back up here. I'm not going to sit there for all that volatility because then it just feels gambly. I'm not going to sit here and gamble on gold for no reason. I'll just take the tiny gain and run and wait for the better opportunity. Save it for post-earnings. Save it for the sector rotations. Or if we get something like this, which we haven't talked about at all. Shoot. Oracle's not really doing it anymore here. Net still looks good. Oh, BLSH was one that broke. Yeah, this. Okay, so again, we wouldn't be slinging stuff on news candles like we were saying. Like, you got to be very careful running into these zones very quickly. Market moving back up there. So is gold. That's fine. Whatever. I'll take the green and run. But this now, we can still look at this for a break above the highs like going into next week. That still looks good, especially with software. So yeah, gold's still looking fine. It's just, do I really want that? No. Target ripping? Finally? Ooh, yeah, there she goes. A lot of weird movements today. But yeah, SATL looks really good there. But now the rest of the day here today, guys, is going to be like very weird. Because like now you're going to see everybody starting to position themselves. You have OPEX today. You've got a lot of craziness going on. Oops. Yeah, Adrian, that looks good. potentially requiring refunds of over 175 billion. But steel and aluminum remain intact. Yeah, that SATL move was just dirty. You're definitely at a 1-to-1 at least now. Yeah, there you go. It's technically, that's 100% of your risk you just made on SATL there today, guys. Good work. More things dropping through the feed. Hundreds of tariff refund lawsuits pending in U.S. trade court. Oh, dear. But it does say that the Supreme Court does not address eligibility for tariff refunds. Ruling. Yeah, then we just have... this is interesting. This is the full U.S. military plan targeting Iran. Regime change possible. The U.S. is reportedly preparing military options against Iran, including targeting key individuals and potential regime change if ordered by President Trump, two officials told Reuters. Planning builds on prior attacks and aims at Iran's IRGC leadership and nuclear facilities. Trump has publicly floated regime change while also pursuing diplomacy, setting a 10 to 15-day window for a deal. Any U.S. strike risks Iranian retaliation, which, I mean, we know kind of how that's going to go, and disruptions to oil routes like the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. forces in the Middle East, including warships, fighters, and special ops, could be used, but ground involvement appears limited. Tehran warns it would respond decisively and proportionally to attacks. The situation adds tension to global energy markets as oil prices rise and Iran-Russia naval drills begin in the Gulf of Oman. Uh-oh. eBay ripping today? Yeah, that's another one there. Elf. What do we have an elf alert for? That might have been a post-earnings alert. Yeah. That was just this on the high over here that it never hit. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, everything just kind of flickering around here. Today's just done. Now that we've seen this shock to the market, you're not to touch anything. Now we wait to see what the overall reaction is going to be throughout the rest of the day, and then going over the weekend to see where the money's going to start flowing into. Why did it keep freaking doing this? Like that's why I was saying when you saw this rip into the zone, I was like, no, you don't touch that. Like it doesn't mean that this is literally exactly what I've been talking about, guys, throughout this week when I keep saying don't let yourself go from it's so over to we're so back very quickly because there's a couple of big candles. Because look, when you look at the bigger time frame here, what did we do? Nothing. We did literally nothing. That move looked big on the smaller time frames, but it wasn't. You were still in the exact same place that we have been in for over the last week or so here. that move was nothing, you know? You don't go just like slinging things after like a big piece of news. Because remember, it's the same exact thing across the board where it's like when you see, let's say, large moves, it's a shock being added to the market. You don't just go and start taking on risk when a giant shock is now into the market, because what happens is like, well, premiums inflate, everything's moving all over the place, and you don't necessarily know where the dust is going to settle, because it's just like, boom, news, algo hits. And then everything just starts moving, and the moves that happen then trigger more out, and then it just keeps going and going and going. So you have to wait for the dust to settle to say, okay, this is where things are probably likely to head next. This is where the news cycle is going to shift and the overall sentiment of the administration. Then you can go from there. That's why when I was telling you guys, I was like, oh yeah, after that news, I was just kind of like moving things around. I was like, yeah, risk off. Thank you. Take the money and run. You know, it's like not what these are not the times to be like, ooh, now let's take action. You know, these are the times to actually do the exact opposite and say, no, this is when you don't take action. So now we're moving back to the downside here off of this, because now everybody's wondering, oh no, what is the Trump administration's reaction going to be? We know they have a backup plan, but what is it? And then where are things that were getting hit the most by tariffs? Amazon, yep. Walmart doesn't really do anything here. Target moving, obviously. Costco, no. But I hope that makes sense to everybody. It's like, you can't think that way. Like, where's SoFi right now? SoFi right back down. See? Right back down. What? Stop. It's gotta be my other computer just annoying me. Hello, GE. I'd love to see this thing just get moving. What? Stop! Market! Computer! Stop it! Stop randomly doing stuff. I'm gonna rage. If this does it again, I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna go get the other computer and smash it. It's not even on. Consolidated there for a bit? Yeah. Ooh, 2 likes away from 50. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Oxy. Yeah, it's just, it's just moving around. Just like with everything right now. They're just moving stuff around. Where's it gonna go? Up, down, left, right, all over the place. The people that are like taking a lot of action right now and trying to trade are just the gamblers. It's like, ooh, news. No. Yeah, the Trump we're definitely gonna get a Trump tweet in a little bit here. Like within the next hour, we should get a big one. Galaxy. I think we've looked at this, haven't we? It looks okay. It's I don't really like that there. That needs to do a lot more for me to really like that. The gold moving back up. GE still looking great. Oxy trying, but that's gonna need a big push from oil. Like oil's not doing anything today, so you're not gonna see things like Oxy really get going yet. Unless you saw some crazy more news drop from Middle East stuff, you're not gonna see that today. I don't think. SATL is still looking amazing there. Where's XAR? Aerospace and Defense ETF. Kind of flat in the day. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't even see anything useful here. It's just everybody just saying the same exact thing. Tariff struck down. If fully allowed, refunds could total as much as $170 billion, more than half the revenue the Trump tariffs have brought in. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SATL looking for new highs here. That looks good. Where's GE? Yeah, it's getting there. What did this hit? 43. That's good. It's about $1 away. I think that's new highs on SATL. Close, 3 cents. That looks great so far, guys. That's a great one. Guys, we literally talked about this one in the YouTube video yesterday. We're talking about that and then energy. Oil flat today, but still looks really good. But those defense names are just still going. Hopefully you guys are paying attention. I'll make a lot more YouTube videos like that for you guys too. That's more fun. Especially like it's very easy to go out and get clicks and views, which I still will do. But it's like way more fun to like talk to you guys about like real hardcore analysis, because you know the normies are just going to be like, I want to know about my favorite stock that it might suck, but like I still want to know. And it's like, okay, I'll tell you. But when you can look at the market the way that we do and then go out and nail things like SATL like that, like it's up 19% right now, guys. Today. One day after the video was posted, here you go, 19% gains. You got the 5-minute opening range break at what? 60? Just from entry there, you're up what? 7.7% on shares? You're welcome. $418? I mean, you I'd go, I don't even know where you're getting $418 from. You could if you wanted to. I would look for something like $473, or you really want to let that thing go up all the way to like $590. Like you could go break even there and then just let it go. It's probably what I would look at. So I'll throw that link in here for you guys again. For those of you guys that still need to jump into LTMP with us. Again, here's that link. It's pinned to the top of the live chat too. There you go. What do you call it? The discount code is February to get your first month for only $1 a day. GE starting to climb back up there a little. I like that. Yeah, that's interesting too. How is Trump gonna claim victory on this? Supreme Court strikes down Trump's tariffs. Get ready for Trump to announce invasion of Iran. This is gonna get interesting over the next few weeks, guys. It's like, what is the next move? Are they gonna go hit Iran? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, is this like, now we have defense names still going here. You got SATL looking great. You got GE looking really good. Where's Lockheed today? Talked about Lockheed. Ooh, interesting. Lockheed's not really getting the bid there. RTX over here, not really moving yet, but RTX still looks like a great setup here. So we could hit, there's still more opportunities in defense here, guys. GEV, GE Vernova was another one. That hasn't really gone yet. So really the only two defense names are XT. Yeah, it's just a penny stock here. We're going to be looking at that with no setup. But there's still a lot of opportunity here in defense. But the only two that are really ripping right now are the ones that we have. GE and SATL. Bang. There you go. You're welcome. Pay attention or pay a premium. Here comes GE. New highs. I'd love to see this thing get another little burst today because I do have some limit orders that I'd like to get filled. I'd like that, actually. I'm up 105% on them right now. That's good. Nothing crazy, but I like that. That's the, I almost don't want to sell it at all. Because that, if you do see escalation in the Middle East, I think these are going to go nuts. SATL, same thing. SATL is now 20% on the day, guys. Make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the YouTube channel. I mean, this was also directly off the watch list for LTMP. This was just if you watch the video, it's yeah, a lot of the defense names have already run. We're already in GE, but the next one that's probably going to go, SATL. Round 2. Bang. What in the... Great work, guys. Awesome work this week so far. Really, really, really awesome. J&J, what did that do? Did it go? No, yeah, that one's not really going to be one here. It looked good. It really didn't have that. I mean, it was a little extended here. That wasn't really one that I was paying attention to that much. It really needed to pull into the 10. Is healthcare just getting murdered right now? A little bit, yeah. Oh, GE snuck up there, but couldn't quite get there yet. Here we go. Trump says he has a backup plan for tariffs after the ruling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's that gonna be? What's it gonna be? SATL, hello. Looking great. MNST? That could be that one was looking pretty interesting. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. It's interesting that oil's down here. Where's AMD? Nothing. Meta. Ooh, Meta having a day. Palantir. Let's look. It's an interesting base now. I don't hate that, especially with software doing what it's doing. Look at IGV here. IGV's trying. Trump says SCOTUS ruling is a disgrace. Bostic, hard to know fallout from Supreme Court ruling on tariffs hinges on issues like need for rebates, how firms react. Yeah, they're changing the playbook a little here. Lulu took a turn. Well, Lulu tried. Is that a real candle? Yeah, I mean, oh, that's tariff stuff. Like Nike's probably doing this too. Nike, yeah, Under Armour's probably doing it. Oh no, Under Armour looks a lot better. Again, this is why I'm like, you can't just fly into stuff, guys. Like, there's a backup plan. There's this, that, the other. There's a big shock added to the market. We can't just be like, oh, Supreme Court ruling, and now we're just gonna go long like tariff affected stuff. Like, they're still gonna do something. We just need to figure out what it is. And the market doesn't know what it is yet. So now we're gonna see a lot more headlines coming out over the next few days here. And then you've got the Middle East stuff too. SATL hunting 4. There we go. Buy everything. Like, I don't know how to make it any easier for you guys. You guys had a tweet that I talked about this in yesterday. You had the, what do you call it? You had the video last night that we talked about these rotations here. And then we talked about it this morning in the live stream. Everybody should be printing today. BE and coin setting up? Coin actually is here. That's interesting. Yeah, I like that. Bloom Energy? Weekly maybe. Yeah, it's not great. It's not the worst. It's not the best, though. Where's XLU? Yeah, utility's kind of flying around. Oil down. That's interesting. When do I lay leaps on SoFi? When it shows the signs of a bottom. Not now. ASON. ASON, I like that base, but like you do have earnings coming up. Like SoFi right now, guys, is like not looking good. There's only been 2 times in the last 2 years that it's made sense to buy SoFi, and I've outlined both of them for you guys. It was my 660 entry and then the 1360 weekly break. Other than that, it's been nothing. So right now, you need to see this thing probably fall a lot more than base. Then you can get some nice movement. GE pushing. Come on. I don't like that right now. Because also, you got to think about it too. Like, this is something that keeps coming up. I keep saying the market, guys, is not that far off the highs. ES right here is down what? 2%. If you see some turbulence and you get a nice move down in the market, all of these names are going to get murdered more. Software might hold because you're at a very interesting spot there. Because like how much more selling can really happen in the software sector? Like, yeah, you still have Palantir still expensive, but like a lot of the other ones are very cheap right now, relatively to how expensive they've been in the past. I'd love to see GE start breaching through here. I've got a little fun limit order that if it wants to go hit, that would be very nice. 200 on the weekly. That's a possibility. I don't know where that is, though. I think it's 14? 15, yeah. That could easily happen. You do have this, though, that could protect it. 1840. Just for a little bit. U.S. Supreme Court decision on tariffs reinforces Canada's position that the IEEPA tariffs imposed by the U.S. are unjustified. Here comes GE. Come on, go break it. Go make some new highs, GE. We'd love to see that. SATL still looking phenomenal here up at the highs. Look at that. Perfect. You might even be at a 1 to 2 now. Oh, you're close. I think you did. Yeah, you did hit a 1 to 2 risk to reward on that thing already. So you're up 2 times your risk. 200% gain there. On your risk. Nice. There you go. You're welcome. Pay attention to the YouTube videos. Pay attention to the tweets. Have notifications on. I don't do this stuff for my health. I'm doing this to make you guys money. Gold's still looking okay. But that is going to be one that could easily start forming a setup over the next few weeks. You got a 1 to 5 on SATL? You front right? No. So you took like the 1 minute opening range? Bostic, if inflation moves the wrong way and starts to rise, the Fed will have to have rate hikes on the table. Oh, dear Lord. Nice job, Bostic. Nice. I mean, great work, guys. This has just been... This is a very weird market, but like we are navigating it very, very, very well with the post earnings, the sector rotations. Like it's been fun. It's been annoying because you can just tell that everybody's just like tired of this and you're like, oh, when can we get back to fun time? And it's like, we'll get there. Don't worry. But there's good trades to be taken in the meantime. I'd love to see a launch in defense today a little bit more. That would be fun. Like this, I almost just don't want to sell any of this. That's why the limit orders I have on this thing are a bit aggressive. Yeah, ARM still looks interesting here. Here comes GE a little. There it is. Little push. Hello. Is RNGR still valid? Let's see. Kinda. I mean, that's just kind of a slow grind here. I'm not the biggest fan of how that looks. It doesn't look bad. It's just not great, you know? Yeah, GE moving nicely here. Let's see if this thing can get over 345. That'd be great. This little blast off here would be very nice. Oh my god, gold right back up. Hello. A lot of drama in the gold market today. SPIR is defense too. Not this one. Yeah, and again, guys, Apex is doing that 90% off sale for you guys, too. So I think I threw that link in the live chat a little earlier, but if you guys missed it, just use code VIX at checkout at Apex if you guys want that 90% off discount. Again, you guys can get up to $6 million in funding with them, 20 accounts. Mags pumping. Daily. You were on weekly. It doesn't matter. It's not, is it defense? It doesn't look like defense. That's a bear flag. That looks terrible. I don't like that. That's not a really nice base. That's just like, it looks like it's going to get killed. Gold right back up. That was a crazy move on gold. Another zone rejection. Nio looking to move? Let me look. Yeah, Neo's still valid there. ONDS. Yeah, if that starts to set up there, that could be a very fun one. Germany's VDMA. U.S. President Trump has several legal alternatives for imposing tariffs. Row. Oxy dropping. Yeah, oil's not really playing ball there. All right, let's see. $5 calls on Neo for next week. Are you cooked? Yes, because you're just gambling is what you're doing. You're actually cooked in more ways than you could possibly imagine. Why would you be doing that? You know? I've outlined the breakpoints so many times for you guys on Neo. It's like you've got 508 and 511. If it breaks there, sure. If not, you're just gambling. Moderna? The healthcare's been getting murdered. That could over the next few weeks, yeah. That's the type of behavior that you really want to avoid in this market. You're like, oh, kind of, let's just buy stuff. It's like, I wouldn't do that. It's your money, though. You can do what you want. SATL, still looking great. Silver extends gains. That actually looks like it wants to like hook right back up. Refund process is likely going to be a mess. Yeah, there's not going to be anything else to do tonight, but it'll be a very interesting next week. Next week will be a very interesting week, guys. But really nice job on SATL. That thing looks great. Gold still looks pretty interesting. You've got GE still looking really good. You got a lot. I mean, even the other defense names like Lockheed, you still have a setup here. Well, not really. RTX, you do. RTX, we definitely have another setup here. What was the other one? Was it GEV that still looks good? GEV still looks pretty good here. And then you have the big one, SATL. Good day. Very fun day. Market trying to get through this zone here. This is an interesting one. And now it's just kind of grinding. PCG. That could be very fun, especially if this gets a couple of more days of consolidation here. That could be a really good one. I like that. Jesse, good eye there. Pega. Yeah, that looks awesome. That looks really good. I mean, you're not that far behind it. Yeah, 60 cents. That's not great. That looks really good, though. Market just grinding. Grinding into the zone again. I think you probably break it, honestly. You get that one big move into it, the nice solid rejection. I mean, you just look at this here. Like, you got, I would assume you would have gotten your 1 to 3 off of the rejection here. I mean, that's a big stop, but let's see. Yeah, you just barely. Oh, no. Barely missed it. Coins pushing? Yeah, I don't hate that, honestly. Yeah, coin it right. I mean, right above here, 173.74. I don't hate. The problem is here, guys, is that, like, it's still not, like, we're not in we're so backland yet. Again, if things look good, you can take small trades on them, but like you still got to focus on the sector rotations. Like that's where the money still is. You can hit them a little, but you got to understand that like you're subjecting yourself to basically the volatility of the market. What we're trying to do is find the setups that are moving. Doesn't matter what the market's doing. With a thesis behind them. That's what the market is right now. You can still get them. Like, they can still move. Like, if you have a couple of good days and the market strung together, like, yeah, they can go. But, like, now you have this big shock with the tariff stuff where it's like, all right, what's going to happen next? GE, new highs, hello. That doesn't look bad, though. That looks good. Just gotta be careful. Lulu? No. No. I'm not going near Lulu. That's just shock added to the market, going against everything that we've been talking about. I'm not touching that. Especially with those wicks. No, thank you. Oil's still down. That's interesting. But again, like we said, oil's not going to move in a straight line. It's going to be very volatile. Come back Monday with a new war. Yeah, we might. Like Sunday night, or like, well, it would be Monday morning probably after the Olympics are over. GE still pushing here. GE looks great. SATL still looking awesome there too in the 390s. It tapped 4. 116% on my GEs. Thank you. I like that. Oh, yeah, this isn't even listed anymore. Where's like AA, Alcoa, aluminum? This looks pretty nasty here on the weekly. This Alcoa looks really nasty on the weekly here, guys. Look at this. There's coin. Where did MU end up going? MU right back up. Yeah, there's coin breaking a little. If you want it, it's there. Just again, be very careful with it. Like, where's crypto looking like right now? You're still just rejecting off of that 10. You're going to need a big candle to get you through. But, all right, guys, it is 11 a.m. We are going to be wrapping it up here for today. So, guys, I'm going to throw that link for those of you guys that still need to join us within LTMP in the live chat there. There you guys go. Again, use code February, get your first month for only $1 a day. You get access to both the full-length educational course curriculum series, the daily private live streams, the pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do. Again, that deal, the first month for $1 a day is not going to last for that much longer. So make sure you guys take advantage of that while it's still around. But yeah, very, very fun week. Congratulations to everybody that's just been nailing these moves with us. This week was strange. A lot of strange action here. But again, like there's SATL, there's GE, there's so many other great moves out there, guys. And we're going to have a lot more coming in the near future. So, you guys have any questions once you guys hop in and start going through the videos this weekend? Just ask me. I'll be around to answer. But other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. I might have a YouTube video out for you guys later. Probably going to get some Instagram and TikTok videos out. But yeah,